Hi. How cool would a Batman type Grand Theft Auto game be? Well, not exactly a Batman game, but more so the opposite. In this game that I just dreamt up in my head, you would play as a low-level crook somewhere in Gotham City, running around taking quests from some of Batman's most iconic villains, like Red Hood, Two-Face, the Penguin, shit, maybe even Poison Ivy. And who am I kidding? This doesn't work. The player would have access to cars, weapons, armor, and all the other upgrades you would get in a standard Grand Theft Auto type game. And I know what you might be thinking. Well, where would all the boss fights be? Well, that's the good part, my brother in Christ. Batman would be a boss. Let me reiterate. Not only Batman, but he'd be joined with Nightwing, Robin, Batgirl or Batwoman, maybe even Catwoman, depending on what you've done in the story so far. And obviously Batman would be the main antagonist throughout the game, but maybe you could have other encounters with Robin or Nightwing when Batman's busy off doing God knows what. Probably beating people's faces in somewhere in Gotham City. Like, how cool would it be in like a Grand Theft Auto type heist mission and fucking Batman rappels out of the sky and stomps you and your friends' faces in just for fun in the middle of a really difficult heist? Shit, maybe even throw in a player-controlled Batman just for shits and giggles. I think that shit would be absolutely dope. Shit, maybe even at the end of a boss encounter with like Nightwing or Robin, when you get them down to like a quarter health, they fucking rappel into the sky, into the middle of the city or whatever, and they drop a valuable piece of tech that you can grab, take back to your lair, and like learn or put it into a computer and get a new upgrade for like a new Batarang fucking replica or like a grappling hook or some shit like that. I just get excited when I think about this fucking fantasy dream-like game that I came up with in my head. Like, think about how cool it would be driving with your buddies through Gotham City and out of nowhere fucking Batman is hauling ass behind you in his fucking Batmobile, shooting non-lethal fucking missiles at you and your buddies and blowing you up half to shit. Like, in the middle of an online session. I think that shit would be absolutely fire. Maybe at the beginning of the game or throughout the story of the game, you could choose which Batman villain you want to side with. Maybe you side with Joker, and Joker's gang is at war with Two-Face's gang, and Two-Face's gang is at war with the Penguin's gang. So now you're playing the game, and maybe you go into a hostile territory where most of the game takes place, and you have to fight all of Penguin's henchmen, or all of Two-Face's henchmen. And maybe you're at a boss fight with Two-Face, and out drops some of Penguin's guys, and you're fighting Penguin's guys and Two-Face's guys, and bam, out fucking drops out of the sky Batman with fucking Nightwing, and they just rip you a new asshole, and now you're fighting like 5 Gotham Titans in one big boss fight. I don't know, I just think this game could be like so awesome if it was done right, and it's not even that far-fetched to think about. When you look at like Spider-Man, they did this, but not as intricate obviously, but take Spider-Man, and if you could shrink Gotham down to like half of the size of New York in that Spider-Man game to leave room for like all the different game mechanics and intricacies that would be involved, this shit is totally doable. And I think throughout history we've just been getting like really half-assed Superman games. I mean, look at fucking Marvel Avengers, like what was that heaping pile of dog shit? Excluding Spider-Man and the Arkham games, we haven't really been getting our fair share of actual good superhero games. And I think this shit would totally be revolutionary and bonkers if it was done correctly. I personally think this is a dope idea. I'm not gonna make it, but maybe this will inspire somebody to make it, or a game company to see it and make it. Feel free to leave your input and comments down in the comment section below. See you later, guys. Peace. Apple juice time. Alright,